I'm live here in Parkland, right outside of Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School, 6 years after that tragedy on that Valentine's Day in 2018. It's hard to believe it's been 6 years. It's a somber day here. It's a sad day, but it's also a day that the school district and the community has tried to make a day of service. I want to show you the pictures of the 17 victims who lost their life that day 6 years ago. Today, as I mentioned, is known as a day of service and love across the Broward County School District. They've been doing that since year one, the first anniversary. It's an early release day for students where the district says that they're hoping that the students learn via service to honor the legacy of those lost. Then this morning at 10:17, there will be a moment of silence. It's going to be held all across the school district. Now, I was here last year as people stopped by the sign for Stoneman Douglas here, dropping off flowers and other items to honor those victims. And while it has been 6 years for so many people in this community, it feels like it was yesterday. More sights expected today, like we saw last year on that 5th anniversary of people bringing flowers and stopping by this makeshift memorial. And this morning, we're actually learning about a permanent memorial in the works here 6 years later and what we can expect. I want to bring in my colleague, Josie Carbonari. And Josie, there are several ideas floating around, and they're hoping to come up with a final memorial very soon.
Yeah, Erin, so there are 6 finalists that will be eventually designing that official memorial. We're still waiting to hear when that will all happen, but in the spring, those ideas will be coming forth. It'll have photos of the victims, their names, and the number 17. Right now, those 6 finalists I mentioned, they're preparing detailed presentations on why they think they should be selected. Each of the proposals for the Parkland 17 Memorial Foundation is focused on helping the community heal. Now, we're expecting to see some of those final ideas again presented later this spring. While families have been able to weigh in during the entire process, public input will also be welcomed. And for more on how you can help, you can visit our website, WPBF.com.
I know that a lot of people would like a place to go and reflect, to go and just have a permanent memorial. So again, here we are 6 years later, still in the works, but hopefully that's something that will happen. Josie, thank you so much. Appreciate it. You know, one of the major changes, and there have been a lot of them since that day 6 years ago, it was created right after that shooting in 2018, but it's back in the spotlight right now in Tallahassee. And because there are some modifications proposed. Now, what we're told is that we don't think these modifications are happening, but I can tell you it has sparked a lot of conversation. So let me take you back here. In 2018, the state legislature and then Governor Rick Scott approved a law increasing the minimum age to buy a firearm to 21. Now lawmakers in the current legislative session, they're considering reducing the age requirement to 18. Now, while a Senate subcommittee approved the bill to reverse the age requirements, the Senate appears to be poised to reject it. In fact, last year, the House passed a similar bill, but the Senate didn't even take up the issue. Now, this is expected to be the final anniversary where the building where that shooting happened, the 1200 building, is still standing. The building expected to be demolished. When is it going to happen? We're told it's supposed to happen this summer. Now, the Broward County School District says that the decision was made to tear that building down after talking to a lot of health professionals and safety experts. And they say it's all for the students and teachers. It's for them to take that down and to hopefully not forget, but start anew. It's been preserved over the last 6 years as a crime scene. And while trials for the convicted gunman and the former school resource officer were ongoing, they wanted to keep that crime scene, that building, up so people could see it. You know, some of the nation's top lawmakers have actually come to Parkland, here to Marjory Stoneman Douglas in recent months to walk through, to see that crime scene, to see firsthand what happened. So coming up in about 30 minutes, we're going to talk about the impact that those visits have had. Also, why one congressman says he wants more visits to happen before the building is demolished this summer. We're going to have team coverage for you all throughout the day here in Parkland. For now, I'm live outside the school. I'll send it back to you guys. Natalie and Stephen.
Erin, thank you so much. Sure to be an emotional day.